Robbie TV. Shake back, kid. We back live with it, baby. We back live with it. We got a couple topics to talk about. Couple topics. Yeah, man. On a late night tip. Took me a little nap. I was tired for real, man. I had to come on here and holler at y'all, though. Had to come on here and holler at y'all. We got this 50 Cent T.I beef, man. This shit then went off the rails. Yeah, man, you got fucking T.I, son, Lil King, disrespecting 50 Cent dead mother. You got 50 posting pictures of Tiny and King mother. You know what I mean? You know, and she that picture wasn't appealing. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I mean, that's his mother. That's Shorty mother. So I mean, you know, you go at somebody's mother, you know, definitely all bets is off for real. But my personal opinion, I wouldn't have disrespected 50 Cent mother because she's dead. I don't disrespect the dead. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. But in that same aspect too, you know, when you disrespect somebody's mother, you can't really, you know, when you disrespect, you can't really determine how somebody's reaction will be. You feel what I'm saying? So, but I wouldn't have did it how Lil King did it. I'd have just, you know, I'd have went about it another way. You feel what I'm saying? But that shit is crazy. That was a messy situation. I ain't really feeling that. That shit did look bad. And be honest with you, I feel like 50 Cent should have did the verses. Be honest with you. Like, I mean, what could have hurt it? You feel what I'm saying? I feel like 50 Cent, he feel like he on this high pedestal down where he don't really, you know what I mean? I understand 50 Cent, you got the power joint and you know what I mean, you got the movies and you about to be this, you know what I mean, next Tyler Perry from what it's looking like for me, for black culture. You know what I mean? And 50 Cent makes good movies. I can't even lie to you. He's not really the best actor. You know what I mean? We ain't even gonna say it. 50 Cent, he have, you know, he a decent actor. But I feel like he's better off the, you know, writing the movies or directing them or whatever he do. You know what I mean? 50 Cent, he do a good job with the Power Series. You know what I mean? He did, you know, pretty good with the BMF and all that. He did pretty good. You feel what I'm saying? But I feel like he should have did the verses with T.I. Because I ain't even gonna lie to you. If you talking T.I. just as big at the South as 50 Cent is big at the up, you know what I mean? Because just how many down south legends you got just as many New York legends. You know what I mean? That came up in 50 Cent era. 50 Cent ain't the only legend that came up in that era. You know what I mean? You had Jada, you know what I mean? And it was before him for real, but you know what I mean? 50 Cent era, you know what I mean? 50 Cent, you know what I mean? In New York, you still had Jay, you know what I mean? Jay-Z still was dropping shit. You know what I mean? And you know, I was still a baby at that time. So, but you know, I mean, you know, you go back and listen to it. You know what I mean? I think it was a couple, you know what I mean? I don't think that a lot of older guys was, you know what I mean, they was, you know, kind of fading, not even say fading out, but you know, they was already out, like I say, the Jay-Z's, the Puffs, you know what I mean, Nas's and Fat Joe's and all them. But Fat Joe too, I think Fat Joe really came out in that era. That well, he didn't come. Fat Joe was in the early '90s, but I mean the '90s, but he still, you know, by himself solo. You know what I mean? But yeah. But be honest with you, that's really when down south really down south really had the 2000s. Be honest with you. That's why I think 50 Cent do get a lot of his credit because from what I was told, I could be mistaken, but 50 Cent was kind of holding on strong with the New York beef. I mean, with the New York, you know what I mean, for the 2000s, because you know what I mean, the down south once 2000s hit, you had the down south was going crazy. You know what I mean, the down south then was going crazy. You know what I mean, Atlanta and you know what I mean, Houston and all that, but. You know what I mean? The 2000s, that's when, you know, Atlanta really hit the mat with Jeezy, Gucci, all them. You know what I mean? They really hit the mat for real. So T.I. You know what I mean? T.I. really, you know, T.I. a legend down south. I ain't gonna, especially for Atlanta. You feel what I'm saying? T.I. legend. You gonna definitely have to put T.I. in the top 5 for Atlanta rappers. You know what I mean? You got to. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like it would have been a good versus for real. But we gonna take a look at it for real. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Like, subscribe, Robbie TV. Let's take a look at this T.I. You know what I mean? That T.I. song that 50 that T.I. That song he dropped, it wasn't even that bad for real. It was, you know what I mean? It was a little bouncy for real. I ain't gonna lie. Be honest with you, I feel like T.I. and 50 Cent is on the same level lyrically. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't me personally, I do. Like I'm not, I don't, you know what I mean? Now you got niggas that's really was lyricists like Nas and like you say Jada Kiss and you feel what I'm saying? Lil Wayne and you know what I mean? Them niggas is really, really lyricists. Like you really be like, oh, like them niggas got bars for real. But when it come to like 50 and a lot of these other guys, T.I. and you know what I mean, they you know, they had good music, you know, but they wasn't, I ain't gonna say you know, they wasn't like really lyricists. You feel what I'm saying? But make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Like, subscribe, Robbie TV. We speaking on the T.I. versus 50 beef. You know what I mean? But they say this shit dates back. It dates back. You know what I mean? So let's see. Let's see what we had. They say T.I.'s son just dropped something for real. His other son. You know what I mean? Damani, I don't even really know him, but let's see. Let's go. You want to go right ahead in urban. Oh, I forgot. Go to Forgotten Kings. I know Forgotten Kings with me. But Lil King went off though. This little nigga right here, yo went off on 50. I ain't gonna lie to you. But he shouldn't have dissed the dead mom, man. Me personally, I don't like that. I don't think it was, you know what I mean? It wasn't good for him to do that. But, you know, Shorty's still young and you know that's what they do for real. And like you say, 50 did post his mom for real. Tiny ain't had nothing to do with it. It was really 50 Cent and T.I. trolling each other. You know what I mean? But when 50 posts Tiny, it's like, damn. You know what I mean? You posting, and a lot of niggas wasn't feeling that. Like, I wasn't feeling that. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of niggas was in 50. You know, 50 usually, this shit kind of backfired on 50 for real. I don't think it went as, you know, how he thought it would go. You feel what I'm saying? Because, number one, you know, 50, when he posted Tiny, he did, a lot of people weren't feeling that. And number two, when he whatchamacallit, when he damn, what the fuck was they say? Oh yeah, when he posted Tiny, he really wasn't a lot of niggas in the comments wasn't feeling that. You feel what I'm saying? So 50 caught a lot of backlash for posting Tiny like that. You know what I mean? Because she's still a woman, yo. She ain't had nothing to do with it. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of people like, yo, you feel what I'm saying? Like, what's up with 50, man? You gonna drop the song? Because Fab and them came at 52. You know what I mean? 50 been, you know what I mean? He been doing Jim Jones and all them niggas. I think I just see that they just got the podcast back. I think 50, Dave East, Jim Jones, and Fab and all of them. I think they just got the podcast back. Cause 50, man, yo, put Jim Jones out allegedly and all. This nigga 50 crazy. But I think this T.I. beef, I don't think it went as how 50 would think it would go. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Robbie TV. We about to check out this video right here, man. What y'all think? Y'all think 50, you know what I mean? 50 versus T.I. I think it would have been a good versus. You know what I mean? New York versus the South. You know what I mean? Because 50, I mean, T.I. do got the South. You know what I mean? And you know, the South ain't, you know, especially Atlanta. You know what I mean? You talking about the old school Atlanta. Like I say, Jeezy, not Gotti, Jeezy, Gucci, Outkast. You feel what I'm saying? What's that other group with CeeLo Green and them? I forgot that group, but CeeLo Green from you know, CeeLo Green weird as shit, but CeeLo Green, he a legend from Atlanta. Killer Mike, you feel what I'm saying? Atlanta got some heavy hitters. What's my man name? think I named him from Outkast. It's a couple other people too. I think I'm missing, and I'm not even trying to talk about the new people. I'm trying, the old school, like early 2000s for real, that came up with Ti. Um, it's a lot of them for real. But Atlanta. You know what I mean? That'd have been a good battle. I feel like. But you ready to watch this video, man? Shout out to Forgotten Kings TV. Y'all make sure y'all check out your channel. About to check out this video real quick. Make sure y'all check out Forgotten Kings. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel too, man. Like, subscribe.
What's up, everybody? This is the world. It goes to the old rappers still trying to battle rap. ChatGPT told me that I don't need me to rap. You need me to rap. LOL. Get the F off my page, okay? He not only responded to the fans wondering if he'll respond back to T.I., he posted another picture of Tiny, y'all. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to Charlie Murphy. 50 is a habitual line step, okay? It is what it is. Some people felt like, maybe 50 had a change of heart. He took some posts down, and just like that, he back on his bullshit. Now, of course,
Talking about my mama, real shit though.
this is the one, Fifth. I ain't gonna lie. He's the one that's been going crazy. Okay, now he made a post earlier yesterday posting paperwork, right? Speaking on the Lodi Mac situation. This is King Harris. Like he hasn't slowed down whatsoever. Now that 50 posted another picture of his mom's, listen, the man went ahead, made another post of 50 Cent as a kid. Listen, it's getting extremely disrespectful, all right? And at this point, 50, he doesn't seem like he wants to battle, anytime soon. Now, again, we know 50. He's going to respond on his terms. You get what I'm saying? But right now, people are like, yo, T.I., what's the point of releasing diss records? But at the same time, you got King over here being extremely disrespectful. Look at this. Is this your mama or Pops 50? I mean, yeah, I ain't going front. King is the one who's really just jumping off the cliff out there. And this is where it gets crazy because in the end, like I said in the beginning, people, I don't know if they would want to see 50 and T.I. do a versus match. You know what I'm saying? The music, the sound is different. You know what I mean? It's not to, slight any of these artists, but the point is, people want to see certain matchups. And T.I. and 50, I don't know if that's the one that people want to see. But now, with this new, these new diss records, it's like, yo, if 50's not responding, what should T.I. do at this point? I respect the fact that he's responding every time 50 makes a post. T.I.'s right there every step of the way. You got a King over here. He's, being very disrespectful, right? Holding the family down. But now, 50 is able to control the narrative, right? Make it seem like he's being bullied. That's the interesting thing about this whole situation. Because again, had 50 never posted a pic, then, maybe this whole situation wouldn't have went left. But the moment you bring up, Tiny in the situation, he even went at Beyonce moms. I mean, like I said, Fifth is a habitual.
Yeah, yo went at Beyonce mother. Yo, crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. 50 be doing some wild shit. 50 was, not the biggest 50 Cent fan. You feel what I'm saying? Be honest with you, like, far as like before all this bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, 50 Cent was cool. He always, he was. But I really stopped fucking with 50. Because I don't really follow him too much. But when he did that Irv Gotti shit, like last year, something like that, when Irv Gotti passed away, anytime we smoking Irv Gotti pack, I'm like, nah, man, I ain't fucking with that, my nigga. You way too old to be dissing the dead, bro. And even if y'all had beef or whatever, yo, you don't diss the dead. I don't diss the dead, yo. Even if I had beef with that man. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we could have, whatever. I'm not going, I can say I don't feel bad or nothing like that. But I'm not dissing. Oh, fuck, yeah, I'm glad he did. No, I ain't doing all that. Me personally, I feel like you don't get no blessings doing that. And on the same tip too, it's not morally, it's not the right thing to do. Me personally, because that person is dead. He can't defend himself. He can't, It's not the right thing to do. You let the dead rest in peace. You know what I mean? Now that motherfucker today was a piece of shit. It is what it is. But you still let them, you just don't speak on it. I just, you speak the truth. If the truth, the motherfucker was a pedophile, he was whatever he did, whatever, you still gonna speak the truth. But I ain't, I don't diss the dead. But I say all that to say just once 50 did that time, we smoking Nerve Gotti pack and all that. I'm like, yeah, 50 be on some clown shit, bro. Like, you ain't even have to say all that. You ain't have to say nothing. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't, sometimes saying nothing is loud, is better than saying something. Like, he ain't had to do all that 50. He just be looking. And I know he do it to keep himself relevant. You know what I mean? Because if he don't do that, ain't nobody change. He ain't dropping no music. But he do got the power thing going. So that help keep that steam rolling and all that. But I don't be fucking with 50 when he do that clown shit, y'all. Like, and I feel like he is on some house Negro shit, tearing all the black people down, but he don't tear no white people down. I don't hear 50 said nothing about Harvey Weinstein, he ain't said nothing about Epstein, he ain't said nothing about nothing. You know what I mean? But he quit to do some memes and some trolls some black people. But he ain't said nothing about no, the small hats, nothing. You know what I mean? And I know he had some problems with them. And I know, you know what I mean? But 50 definitely control. You know what I mean? You can tell 50, he ain't really dropping, like he ain't really doing, I feel like he 50 about to be what that shit is, Zeus. 50 about to be a Zeus, but for like drugs and crime and you know what I mean? Like he about to do that. They about to put that a lot of that out. More drug movies, crime movies, selling drugs, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? Just the same shit. They not doing nothing that was educational. He ain't dropping no good documentaries. This is Black History Month. We're supposed every year Black History Month they supposed to be working on some type of documentary or something or movie at least. You know what I mean? And even if it's not funded, they can fund it. They got their own studios, Tyler Perry, all them off. You can tell though, they get control, bro. And if they do, it's something that's already by big corporations. You feel what I'm saying? They don't put the truth in there like that. You feel what I'm saying? So. But 50 be on some bullshit, man. I wasn't fucking with it. But King did some, you know what I mean? King, his little ass he be wilding too, you know what I mean? So, but 50 definitely did some bullshit. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Like, subscribe, Robbie TV. We talking about 50 versus T.I, you know what I mean? Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. But yeah, man, I don't 50 be on some bullshit. I ain't really be fucking with 50. And I feel like he should have just did like he said, like T.I said too, yo. If you ain't, and T.I ain't safe neither. T.I ain't right. You know, when he did that tip commercial and all that, T.I ain't right neither. You know what I mean? So he got pulled over with all them guns and all that. I remember he got pulled over with all them guns. I remember. I was young, but I remember. I think I was probably like 11. I seen that shit all over the news and all that shit. I remember when he got pulled over with all them guns. You know what I mean? Him and Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne too. Lil Wayne got pulled over with hella guns too, I remember. But yeah, I remember that. So, you know what I mean? But 50, he do all that trolling, but 50 nigga said he got paperwork on him too, allegedly. You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, you know what I mean? That shit, I just don't like it, yo. Like you say, it's bad for hip hop. It don't look good. The verses was good, you know what I mean? It was like, they was doing they was doing the yeah. Did you say tip with the police? Yeah, I remember the tip commercial, man. Ti wasn't right for that. Yeah, man. Yesterday you look up my name Tip. You look at call a tip hotline. Like that, bro. That's how you really come. You gotta change your name. You can't be Tip no more, man. You putting tips on niggas and shit. Yeah, Crime Stoppers and all that. Yeah, like come on, Tip. You wasn't right for that. You can't talk no more gangster shit after that. But allegedly, they say 50 ain't right. Even 50 got some paperwork on him too. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. 50, I don't know. Hold on. Let's look into that real quick. Let's look into this so-called allegedly fake paperwork. Let me see. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Let's see. 50 Cent paperwork. Man, I don't really. 50 be on some bullshit though, yo, and I feel like 50 could do better with stop bringing black people down so much, yo. Like 50, he trolled too much, bro. I don't really see 50 posting nothing really good about. He maybe posting here and there, but he posts more about his shit. You know what I mean? And I mean, I get it. You know, that's what you do. But you know what I mean? I don't be fucking with it. But this right here, this is what they say was going on with 50 paperwork. I should go to my man Harlem Legend. Harlem Legend, he might fuck around copyright a nigga. I don't know. Harlem Legend cool though, but let's see. But they do say you can have fake paperwork and all that out here. I don't know. But let's see.
Yo, we back again with another.
Yeah, make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. This right here is they set about 50 paperwork, yo. You know what I mean? Let's see. See what they talking about.
Breakdown and listen, when I tell you this beef,
make sure y'all check out his channel too, Urban Central Network. Hopefully he don't copyright a nigga.
hit a new level. I mean, we not talking about memes no more. We talking about paperwork getting posted online. So we gotta talk about King Harris, the son of T.I and Tiny Harris, going at none other than the pettiest king of Instagram himself, 50 Cent. And King said, "Oh, you want to troll my moms? Bet. Let's get serious."
Yeah, I see T.I.'s son just dropped a song.
50 been clowning T.I for a minute. It started with verses talk, then slick comments.
I ain't hear it yet.
50 posted an unflattering picture of Tiny with some disrespectful caption energy. Now, we all know 50's brand is trolling. He trolls everybody. But this time, he trolls somebody's mama. And that's when King Harris stepped in like, nah, I'm not letting it slide. King took the
50 was wrong for that posting Tiny like that.
Slides, and he wasn't just
he ain't had to post Tiny. He could have posted T.I.
Saying he's standing on business, saying don't play with his family.
Straight like that. Your son don't love you. You don't got no family. You not loved. You rich, but you not loved. Money means nothing without no one to spend it with. Your son don't love you.
That is true though. I ain't gonna lie. King is making money. I will say, yo, money can't buy happiness. You feel what I'm saying? It can make you, it can pleasure you, make you feel good, but it can't buy you happiness. You feel what I'm saying? Especially when you ain't got the people that you know what I mean, that you probably once was broke with, or you know what I mean, whatever. And you know, you gotta watch out people using you. So money don't really make you happy for real. But 50 wrong for what he doing to his son, yo. 50 wrong. That nigga look just like 50. And 50, you got all this money, bro. You got all this money, 50. Come on, 50. You got all this money, yo. That's wrong, 50. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be honest with you. Like, I'm on a situation, so you know what I mean? Like, I know how that shit, you know what I mean, kind of feel for real. You feel what I'm saying? So 50 wrong for that, bro. 50 have to have all that bread. And you know what I mean? Treat your son like that. That nigga look just like you, 50. You feel what I'm saying? Come on, bro. You got all this money, yo. And it ain't even about the money. You know what I mean? But it's just on the tip where they're like, that's your son, yo. I don't know. I think that's his oldest son. And I mean, I don't really know how but it seemed like he won a relationship with 50. Like, you can at least try to, you feel what I'm saying? Have something with him. That shit crazy, yo.
And but talk about my mama, I that bitch ass just because he share the same blood as you. I don't do. Cause man, at the end of the day, I don't play by my mama. At the end of I don't play by my mama, I don't play by my grandma, I don't play by neither one of my cousins. Not one of them. Not one of them.
I feel King.
That's on my soul. I don't give how y'all think of living. I don't do how y'all think of raised. I don't do y'all think what this, that. I don't play by it. I don't play by it. That's just how I'm raised. I'm just how I'm raised. I wasn't raised by y'all father. But my dad is T.I. That's how I'm raised. I don't play like this. I like to get on the internet and do all this shit just for the person. I already done pulled up on you before this. And I already pulled up on you. We got a video call of you apologizing, saying, yo, I didn't mean it like this. Yo, I didn't mean it like this. Like you got facts to say that you, we got videos to say that you're backing down, you're not standing on pulled up on you in person.
But then he dropped what he claimed was paperwork tied to 50 Cent, and that's when the timeline exploded. King posted a screenshot of what alleged to be a report of investigation from the U.S. Department of Justice Drug Enforcement Administration. It says, on or about October 9, 2009, Sergeant Brian Smith received an anonymous call from a phone number. The caller stated that we should investigate James Roseman, aka Jimmy Henchman, in regards to a Lyle Fletcher, aka Lodi Mack homicide. After further investigation, it was discovered that the phone used to place the anonymous tip was connected to Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. On October 12, 2009, Sergeant Brian Smith and David Torres arrived at the home of Jackson, located at Arlington, Connecticut. Jackson confirmed that he was the person who placed the anonymous call and that he was in fear for his life following the death of Lodi Mack. When asked what he believed the motive for Henchman to murder Lodi, he stated that he believed Lodi was killed for assault on Henchman's 14-year-old son. Lodi and various band members from the G-Unit group have participated. Jackson stated that he would cooperate with the investigation and will be willing to provide any information he may have in connection to shootings involving Jimmy Henchman. Jackson disclosed that he was shot in the past, and the person who attempted to kill him had been hired by Irv Gotti and Kenneth McGriff, aka Supreme, further asserting the fear for his life. Oh my God! Dean King posted the caption, "I got 21 questions, but just answer this one. So who was Lodi Mack? Y'all know? Wherever he was after he died, that's when Freaky Cent started to fear for his life. Cent. Well, it's up there. Is this who called my pops a rat with no black and white? Well, here's yours, sir." And he tagged 50 Cent. Oh my gosh, King wants all the smoke. Let me say this clearly. King posted a document that he claims are official paperwork connected to an old federal situation. Yo called that man Freaky Cent. He reposted it double. Yo called that man Freaky. And yo, I don't know. Yo, if y'all go, yo, make sure y'all check out my last lives, yo. It's probably, y'all want to scroll down, you know what I mean? And make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Yeah, he called him Freaky Cent. Freaky Cent is crazy. But listen, allegedly, this is all alleged, but I mean, I see the clip. It was years ago. I was a kid, probably like 15, 16, 14 or something. But yo, it was a clip. I don't know. I know it's wiped off the internet now, but this is allegedly. You feel what I'm saying? But in that clip, it was a guy. He was saying that allegedly, you feel what I'm saying? It was some freaky shit going on up in that G-Unit shit. You know what I mean? Allegedly, that's what Joe was saying. I mean that it was some freaky shit going on in that G-Unit and 50 Cent group. Allegedly. I'm gonna say allegedly because I don't want, you know what I mean, even though I ain't nobody on YouTube, so ain't nobody probably, you know what I mean, I got 2 people here, but I'm just, you know what I mean, I don't throw smut on people's name that I don't, you know what I mean, this is all rumors, you know what I mean, but yeah, it's definitely, I definitely heard that, yo, I definitely heard that freaky, I was ready to say Freaky Cent, yo, crazy, yo, 50 Cent was awesome, you know what I mean, some you know what I mean, on some wild shit. And I showed y'all that picture. It was in my live. I say, yo, 50 Cent got some wild allegations on his name. He got some wild allegations on his name. Even his old girl Vivica Fox, she said that she thought 50 Cent was on a, you know what I mean? Let's go to that real quick. Hold on. Let's see if we can go to that. Yeah, make sure y'all like, subscribe, man. Appreciate you subscribing, bro. And yo, I'm telling y'all, man, this shit crazy. But I feel like 50 should have just did the verses, man. Like, yo, it would have been good for hip hop, bro. You know what I mean? T.I got some bangers. And like you said, ain't be honest with you. Me personally, I think 50 Cent would have won. Because 50 Cent do got more club bangers. Like 50 Cent club, like, they still put 50 Cent in the club to this day. I don't really hear no T.I bangers in the club. 50 Cent got bangers that, you know what I mean? Everybody, go, shorty, it's your birthday. Like that right there, that with fuck platinum. That motherfucker that with, I don't know what's higher than platinum. Titanium or some shit. That motherfucker then went triple platinum in the hood. It's your birthday, and what's the other one too? The in the club shit. You can find me in the club, bottle for the bud. My mind got what you need in the club. Yo, they pay that. You can be in the motherfucking all white party, and the white people gonna start donating. You know what I mean? 50 Cent is loved by everybody. I'm not being biased. I'm just being real. 50 Cent music, he got way more club bangers and I would say hits than T.I did.
We just want to be real. Them two I just named, you can play them anywhere. I don't give a fuck. You could be on Mars. You can be in motherfucking Dubai with the motherfucking prime minister or something. And he might, you know what I mean? Everybody know 50 Cent, bro. I can't even lie. From black people to white people to Mexicans to, and I ain't gonna be honest with you. I think everybody kind of either love him or hate him. You feel what I'm saying? Like, be honest with you. Like I don't fuck with 50 Cent personality. Be honest with you. I don't really. I really don't care. I really can't really say nah. I mean, I like his music, of course, but it's just, and I like how his script. You know what I mean? And 50 Cent is intelligent, yo. I like his business. 50 Cent is a great businessman. You know what I mean? He is, but. And T.I. too. I'm not sleeping on him, and I'm not knocking T.I. T.I. great, but shit. T.I. got the South. I think T.I. got his own wine too. T.I. got his own fucking clothing line. T.I. got everything besides. T.I. had his own show. T.I. Ben was on shows and shit. You know what I mean? Family Hustle, all that shit. T.I. and Tiny. You know what I mean? Like T.I. been doing the acting shit. So you know what I mean? Like. They really, I ain't gonna say equal, but they kind of really is equal for real. T.I. just, I would say 50 just kind of more up now. T.I. really ain't really been doing nothing lately. You feel what I'm saying? But let's go to this. Let me see. Vivica Fox calls 50 Cent. Let me see. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Like, subscribe. Like, yeah, this shit, Vivica Fox said she's, and I mean, she ain't, who was, you know what I mean, but she was his girl. So.
We have been obsessed.
I'm not.
Yes, it's good.
I'm not.
I've been obsessed with all things Vivica for years, but we almost wet ourselves when we found out she was joining the cast of Empire. Here's what. It's time for a speed round of Empire State of Mind. I have questions.
Okay.
So now you are playing Cookie's older sister.
Named Candace.
Named Candace. Now, there's been talk. Co-creator Lee Daniels has said that he may be interested.
Yeah, get to the point.
In your opinion, who is the sexiest lion brother? Hakeem, Andre, or...
That I like. Because relatives don't do it, don't do it. You know, the pot calling the kettle black is all I'm saying.
Ooh. The pot calling the kettle black. Huh.
He don't know what the fuck that means.
That was some tea. That was shade. That was major shade.
Pot calling the kettle black. So, I mean, you're not insinuating that
he's gay?
50 Cent is...
Oh!
Damn, you hear that?
Oh my Lord, please. What? Girl, we gotta talk after this episode is
Wait, Vivica A. Fox, what are you insinuating?
Well, I mean,
he gave you...
No, he's not. I mean, we had a great time. I mean, but he's just seems like he's got something that's not quite clear. So
you mean sometimes if people protest too much about something,
yes,
the fire is happening right there in front of them.
Absolutely. I just never forget there was a Vibe cover with him and Soulja Boy that made me kind of go,
I told you.
I'm just saying.
So glad we are supersized tonight because we have a lot to talk about. I got an email from 50 Cent's publicist who just wanted me to clarify. Ooh. He didn't actually say that the ratings declined, that the reason for a decrease was about gay stuff. So he didn't say.
But you heard what she said, though. We ain't going.
He reposted.
But yeah, yo, 50. And I mean, Vivica Fox, she could be just, but that ain't the first person I heard say that. You feel what I'm saying? And she was with him. That was his girl. So I mean, you might call me anything, but you call me a liar, a cheater, a piece of shit, anything. But two things I told y'all that the worst three things you can get called in this world as a man is you know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie, my bad. What's his name? Yo, funny as shit. But three things I think y'all know. Y'all already know. Number one is a P. Number two is it starts with a G. And number 3, it starts with an R. I think y'all already know. You feel what I'm saying? But I guess if not, I'm going to say it for y'all. You don't want to be called a pedophile, a rat, or a rapist. These are 3 things you don't want to be called. Like, that's the 3 things that can fuck up your name all day and night long. So, but yeah, man, I just had to get on here and show y'all what it was for real, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. We definitely gonna be going live a little more. We got a couple more topics to talk about. I think my motherfucking the mayor of Baltimore City about to get indicted. They on his ass. They just rounding up more and more dirt on him. So he fuck around, be looking at him off. He might be getting indicted. They say they think he done stole more than all the mayors combined. So allegedly, you know what I mean? But we gonna touch into that too. So it's a lot going on, man. Whole lot. We still got to touch on the shit going on in Mexico. See what they talking about. You know what I mean? They got Trump with these tariffs. They talking about taking back the tariffs now, and you know what I mean? That shit. So it's a whole lot to talk about, man. But make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everybody that tapped in, man. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all check out my other lives, my other videos. We got a lot more to talk about. So yeah, man, Robbie TV, Shake That Kid. We out.